Hello and welcome to Operation Queen Mother. We're trying to stop the enemy from taking this palace, and as you can see, it looks like an entire enemy Syrian force is attacking here. So if we're going to beat them, well, we need a lot of luck on our side. I would ask, please, for you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'd additionally ask you guys to please follow me on my Twitch channel for live videos at twitch.tv/AgrippaMaxenius. It really means a lot to me, guys, and it would help tremendously. With that being said, let's get to the fighting here. Now, one thing I want to do is actually call in some support. We are calling in artillery support right there, but I'm going to try to call in some additional support, actual air support over here as well, which we've already selected. It looks like we've got an additional support vehicle here, and we can even bring in a Harrier, guys, an actual attack aircraft, but I think actually area support is going to be much better from that aircraft. Let's make it an area target here. We want to try to cause mass panic among the enemy. If we can't do that, there's just no way that we're going to be able to stop this massive attack from happening. In fact, right now it looks like we've got to get a little bit closer, or have them get a little bit closer before we can engage with that spotter. In the meantime, I'm going to move him to the top of this building so that he has just the best line of sight possible on the advancing enemy. Let's get back to it, boys. Plenty of men waiting to engage here. Will they survive? Only time will tell. Here we go. Actually got a commander unit moving across the desert. And there we go. Our artillery has arrived. Absolutely just got a penetrating hit on one of those vehicles. Guys, look at that. Those are the kind of results we need. And that's why this is Operation Queen Mother. Boom! Another penetrating hit on yet another piece of armor there, guys. We're just lighting them up at this point. Boom! I believe these are 150 millimeter mortars. So as you can see, we are just destroying the area. We've left holes all over the damn place, ruined vehicles, and I'm sure a tremendous amount of casualties too. Overall, this has been very successful so far. Let's hope it continues like this to the end. Now, first I'm going to check to see if he can call in that Harrier yet. I'm just hoping that this is a decent area to call it in. I'm going to make it 5 minutes.
Air request, ready for check-in.
And I'm actually considering moving up some more guys to that front line, but I think right now, like, just a driver even, just an additional gun on the front line would make a big difference. Most of our guys, of course, are in the proper palace itself. But you know what? There's no reason to keep these vehicles hidden back here. Let's push them forward, too. Grab this one, too. And I think this one right here should do the exact same thing. Quick move and hunt forward. These warrior vehicles, yes, they are warrior vehicles, are, I think, going to be the difference between victory and defeat. Either that or all of the air and artillery support we've got. Let them have it, boys. Love the damn gun on these vehicles. It's just such a nice gun. The continuous fire. 30 millimeter high explosive rounds. Alright, so that's actually the end of the artillery strike, guys. So we can actually call in another artillery strike on this position. Again, we cannot allow our men to be taken prisoner here. It would be absolutely terrible for media relations, period. We would look like the losers in this war. It's unacceptable. We've got to stop the enemy from taking our men prisoner and from taking the palace, period. Oh yeah, some more penetrating hits over there. It looks like most of them are actually getting out of those vehicles, unable to break through this thick cloud of black smoke. And I hope it remains that way. What about over here? Which spotter? There we go. So we've almost used all of our howitzer rounds. What I am going to do is use my mortar rounds, and what I'm trying to hit here is infantry. Purely infantry. Again, we need to get a better line of sight. I don't think it's worth calling it in. Well, you know what? As long as they stay here. See, we could do something like that. It's a pretty wide gap, but I'm going to do heavy, long, and I'm going to target specifically personnel. So again, this is just going to target enemy infantry and hopefully force the enemy to give up this fight. I certainly think they should give it up. Maybe they don't. Get that air support in here, boys. I want to see some Harriers.
You are under positive control. Clear hot. Hello, fire mission out.
There's the Harrier. There's the Harrier. Whoa! I definitely heard it. I didn't see it actually hit any of the enemy vehicles, though. Don't tell me the Harrier's firing near us. That wouldn't be good. We are definitely getting some rounds here, but I'm thinking it's probably just enemy artillery. We'll take a look over here at the enemy perspective. See if we can spot any casualties. Man, look at that. Already a tremendous amount of casualties here. Enemies all over the damn place. Some of them are taking cover, but this guy, for instance, and this guy, they're dead. Not even wounded, just dead. Let's hope those Harriers get some targets. Keep it up, boys. No reason to change what we're doing. No reason to change what's working. Although, look at that right side. We've got some tanks approaching. That's a big problem. We also have some anti-tank guided missiles on top of these buildings. So maybe we should get them to the corner of that right side of the building. Boy. It was way too close for comfort. But I don't think that's the Harrier. I think the Harrier is just flying over and maybe seeing all this thick smoke. They're not able to actually spot a live target. That's what I think's going on.
Wings level. In hot.
There we go. Wings level. Wait a minute.
Control, clear hot.
Maybe they are going to end up attacking after all. Let's see how ammunition is doing here. We're actually fine on ammo, so our guys have plenty of rounds despite the consistent enemy attacks. We've got to be careful. Look at that. We've got a SAM right there. The SAM could actually be used to take out our Harrier, I believe. It's a surface-to-air missile, so that would be a perfect killer for a Harrier. Now, for this anti-tank guided missile, we're going to quick move them over to the top of that roof. And I think we've already got one ATGM up here ready to attack if the enemy gets too close. Oh my goodness, look at that. The Harrier has been knocked out. My goodness. So they did use those surface-to-air missiles. The only other thing I'm going to do is push this vehicle forward. And let's hope we can just get this battle to end before they even make it into range of the palace. I mean, that would be ideal. If they did that, you know, we'd be able to avoid a very drawn-out fight. Come on, boys. Whoa. Whoa! We're definitely gonna have some casualties from that.
0 seconds.
Okay, let's go back. That was the Harrier strike. That was the Harrier strike, boys and girls. Ooh. Very nice. Those are the kind of results we need. Only more continuous results. It's not a great sign that our men here in the buildings are beginning to engage, because that does mean the enemy is appearing in range. It's got me worried. If we can see them, they can certainly see us. Look at that, guys. Look at that arriving army. Let's just get a look here. You can see how many enemies are approaching. Man, that is just incredible, the amount of enemies there. I wonder if we have any machine guns. We don't have any. We just have standard infantry units. They do have machine guns with them. What I am going to do is get another 30mm gun out here. I think the 30mm guns are the keys to stopping the enemy infantry push. If we can destroy, or if we can continuously fire those guns, we can destroy all of those infantry quite quickly. Especially out in the open like this. Now, I actually want to get like a close-up view this time of their push. Let's take a look at the guy who's got the best visual on the enemy. Might not actually be him. It might be this vehicle. That real-time action is taking a while to compute, which has got me worried. It probably means a lot is going to happen this round. Here we go. I'm also seeing some fire over there near where the tanks were. I wonder if we got a lucky hit on one of the tanks. Look at that. Look at that group of enemies, guys. That is incredible. Now our infantry's engaging them, of course. We really need that mortar support. We need to call in that mortar support right there. Maybe even adjust fire. Oh, man. Wait a minute. We got to go back. We've got to go back. So as you can see here, their tanks arrived very quickly. That was sneaky, man. I mean, really sneaky. Did not expect them to be there at all. Let's hope that our anti-tank guided missiles can actually knock them down. Now, what are they doing? Why did our ATGMs just run away? That is weird, man. All right, let's get up here. I'm gonna get up here as well. We do have one anti-tank guided missile here, but I'm not sure if he can do much now. We might as well call in the howitzer. I mean, again, there's not much left of that howitzer. And this guy can't see a damn thing. All right, we're just going to have to wait now, guys. I'm really hoping the ATGM will get into position. I do not understand what happened there. If somebody can explain it to me, somebody more proficient in combat mission, that was strange. We need those missiles up on the roof. We do actually have some anti-tank missiles here. A law. We could potentially hit this target, or one of these tank targets, and knock him out.
Flash, over. Flash, out.
Look at that, man. Operation Queen Mother is underway. Look at the amount of enemies here. Alright, anti-tank guided missiles are getting on the roof slowly but surely. We really need to get those up there. In fact, I am also going to push forward with this vehicle, again, hoping that I can avoid the tanks for a bit and just get some shots on the massive amount of infantry they've got over there. But I think I'll keep these other vehicles here. I don't want these guys to just get shot due to negligence, so I might just kind of leave them and see how things go. Again, my hope is that we're going to get some anti-tank guided missile shots off and knock out some enemy tanks. That would really make my day. Got splash fire out. That's going to be mortar, anti-personnel mortar shots. And there we go. Already we've got a pretty good visual on them.
Over.
Even thinking we should take this infantry unit and put it right here so he's facing the enemy and can get the best shots possible. That's what we're looking for, as you can see, just trying to hit as many of these guys crossing the desert as possible. Man, they are everywhere. They really are everywhere.
Flash over now. Right to the left. Over.
Oh my goodness, they just got a direct hit on top of us. Enemy artillery just dropping right on top of us. That was brutal. We got lucky. It only killed actually one of the guys there. What I'm going to do is get to level 2 here. I'm not going to make the mistake of going to the roof. I'm also going to get this spotter. He's already calling that in, so let's just let him do that. Let's get the commander, and I'm going to move him here into level 2 as well. Again, just trying to maximize that firepower. We'll keep this guy here just as a defense. I'm not even going to move him towards the enemy. And I'm going to do the same with these warrior fighting vehicles too. So we'll kind of bring them back to the base, because now we're in it till the end. Now we're really in it to the end. They are not stopping at this point. I thought maybe we could stop them with the continuous airstrikes and artillery. Hell no. Guys are going to be terrified for quite a while. They are still pinned. But let's just hope he can make up for their negligence. Come on. Their refusal to fight is unacceptable. No, actually, it's totally acceptable considering the circumstances. You can see most of our rounds downrange are kind of going into this group right there. We have gotten a few hits, though. Look at that. We have managed to hit quite a few of them, just kind of draped out here on the desert. But I think we're not going to be getting perfect shots until they're right on top of us. And the problem is we have a few units here that are still out here, unfortunately, facing the enemy. I'm actually going to order him to hunt forward because he's got to be proactive here. And I'm also going to sort of flip around with this vehicle, the Warrior. Hopefully we can attack the enemy like that too. I'm even going to move the driver forward. Let's do it, boys. And I think that the key here is going to be causing so many casualties that they ask for a ceasefire. There we go. There we go. Let's back up a bit. I want to see that. I want to see that push. Wow. Good shots. Good shots. Of course we were going to get hit there. But in an attempt to try and get some kills, we went ahead and moved forward. Come on. Come on. This guy's doing great. If he could just keep it up and not get hit by the enemy tanks. Look at that. Another one down. The enemy is right there, just directly ahead of us. Come on, keep firing, keep firing. Look at that. Oh. It was only a matter of time, of course. I think at this point, their artillery might even hit them as well. They're not exactly in the best position either. I'm amazed our guys are still taking cover. Reinforcements have arrived, guys. We've got a tank troop. This is epic. Where is he? Oh my goodness. Look at that, guys. Some Challenger 2 tanks. We've needed these. I'm immediately going to push forward with Challenger 2s. Going to do a hunt maneuver here. But we've got to make sure to just fire at their tanks. Well, what I'm saying is, we have to make sure not to overextend here and get hit from behind. We need to get in range of their tanks and wait for them to come to us. I think that's going to be the approach that we have to take here to get a victory. Hopefully, though, the infantry can get some really nice kills. Let's see. Don't surrender, boys. Nothing good can come of it. Looks like they're already engaging some enemies over here. Even the crew, the vehicle crew, is fighting back, as you can see. tanks are getting here really quickly. Oh, man, that was a direct hit on our men. Yeah, of course, the enemy was going to spot us there. They want to get us off the top of that hill. They're not just going to charge up. They seem to know better. See, we could go over that hill, but it's so risky. If we go over that hill, it's very easy for them to get the first shot on us, and that's what's worried me. And there we go. We got a kill on a tank. Absolutely excellent penetrating hit. I'm just going to keep these tanks here for now. I will make an exception with this guy. We'll be a little more adventurous with him, but not too much more. That was a great shot at distance, knocking out one of the Syrian tanks. They are dead. There's just no chance for them. Great job there by the Abrams. Did I just call a Challenger 2 an Abrams? I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Nonetheless, I'd really rather hit their tank, so I might actually force him forward. Good shot. Wait a minute, what did he hit? Boom! Got one of the enemy vehicles. Wonder if he's going to hit another one of them. Just standard amphibious IFVs. It looks like we did get some penetrating hit. But I'm guessing that's just the actual machine gun rounds going through. Or the 50 cal rounds. Another hit. Unbelievable, guys. Some really great hits against the enemy vehicles. Unfortunately, they did manage to sneak up on our anti-tank guided missile team. That's got me concerned. I think this is a good position for the tanks. Good shots. He got yet another one of them. The tanks are making all the difference here. Good shooting, boys. Good shooting. Don't let him escape. Man, our boys are doing so well. Not just our tanks, but our infantry too. Just look at how well they're peppering the enemy here. An amazing job. Amazing job by the UK forces. An absolute gem of a team, man. Well, guys, I hope you're enjoying Operation Queen Mother so far. We will come back and get a conclusion here. This is just one of those fights that I need to know the end. I need to know what happens. But what do you guys think so far? How do you think we're doing? Do you think we're going to survive? Do you think we're going to manage to stop this massive Syrian force here? Or are we going to be thrown out of this country horribly? Let me know in the comments down below, and see you in the next video.